The U.S. government, under the Biden administration, has approved the sale of precision-guided weapons to Israel worth $735 million. This comes at a time when there's apprehension that the raging conflict could escalate into a full-blown war. The contract is for Joint Direct Attack Munitions, many of which Israel has bought earlier. The Joint Direct Attack Munitions, or JDAMs, are made by Boeing and would have been a routine sale if not for the current situation. Viewers may note that the administration is required to inform Congress of such sales, although official notification generally comes only after Congress has informally agreed. Once the formal notification is made, lawmakers have 15 days to object with a non-binding resolution of disapproval. A spokesperson for the House Foreign Affairs Committee confirmed that Congress was notified of this sale on May 5th. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how American-made Joint Direct Attack Munitions could help Israel tackle Hamas. Let's get into the details. This video is sponsored by the free-to-play military vehicle combat game War Thunder. We talk a lot about military vehicles on this channel, but what about trying them out for yourself? In War Thunder, you can choose from more than 1,200 playable vehicles from the 1930s to the 1990s and go to battle on more than 80 theaters of war. You can fly aircraft, helicopters, drive tanks, and command ships of all types and sizes, which have been carefully recreated from their real-world counterparts. It's available as a free download on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. So grab your friends and give it a try. All viewers of Defense Updates that register using the link in the description below will also get a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship and 3 days of premium account time as a bonus. Israel and the Islamist movement, Hamas, in Gaza exchanged heavy fire in the last few days. As per reports, more than 3,000 rockets have been fired from the Palestinian enclave towards Israel. Israel has retaliated with enormous force, involving as many as 160 fighter aircraft from Israel's Air Force. The recent fighting seems to be some of the most intense since the 2014 conflict. The offensive aimed to destroy the network of tunnels dug by Hamas. The tunnels are thought to house servers, weaponry, and military equipment. Hamas is an acronym which, when translated, means Islamic Resistance Movement. It won the 2006 Palestinian legislative election and became the de facto governing authority of the Gaza Strip following the 2007 Battle of Gaza. Israel and Hamas have since engaged in several conflicts of varying intensity before this. The U.S. Air Force's bombing campaign during the Persian Gulf Wars, Operation Desert Storm, was less effective than initially reported, in part because it had no precision bombs that were accurate in all weathers. Laser guidance packages on bombs proved exceptionally accurate in clear conditions, but amid airborne dust, smoke, fog, or cloud cover, they had difficulty maintaining lock on the laser designation. Research, development, testing, and evaluation (RDT&E) of an adverse weather precision-guided munition began in 1992. Several proposals were considered, including a radical concept that used GPS. At the time, there were few GPS satellites, and the idea of using satellite navigation for real-time weapon guidance was untested and controversial. These obstacles were slowly overcome. The first JDAM kits were delivered in 1997, with operational testing conducted in 1998 and 1999. During testing, over 450 JDAMs were dropped, achieving system reliability in excess of 95%, with a published accuracy of 10 meters or 33 feet CEP. The JDAM is essentially a guidance kit that converts unguided bombs or dumb bombs into all-weather precision-guided munitions. JDAM-equipped bombs are guided by an integrated inertial guidance system coupled to a global positioning system (GPS) receiver, giving them a published range of up to 15 nautical miles, that's 28 kilometers. JDAM-equipped bombs range from 500 pounds, or 227 kilograms, to 2,000 pounds, which is 907 kilograms. JDAM's guidance system was jointly developed by the United States Air Force and the United States Navy, hence the joint in JDAM. When installed on a bomb, the JDAM kit is given a GBU, Guided Bomb Unit nomenclature, superseding the Mark 80 or BLU, Bomb Live Unit nomenclature of the bomb to which it's attached. As stated, the JDAM is not a standalone weapon, but is rather a bolt-on guidance package that converts unguided gravity bombs into precision-guided munitions, PGMs. The key components of the system consist of a tail section with aerodynamic control services, a body, strike kit, and a combined inertial guidance system and GPS guidance control unit. Once released from the aircraft, the JDAM autonomously navigates to the designated target coordinates. Target coordinates can be loaded into the aircraft before takeoff, manually altered by the aircrew before weapon release, or automatically entered through target designation with onboard aircraft sensors. JDAM enables multiple weapons to be directed against single or multiple targets on a single pass. This is not the first time Israel is buying JDAMs. In 2018, the U.S. Department of Defense approved a $1.8 billion deal for both JDAM kits and the bombs they attach to. It's in focus mainly because of the current situation. While Iron Dome has limited casualties on the Israeli side, Israel needs to take out the Hamas-built tunnels which have been used to store and ultimately launch attacks. This is where JDAMs come into the picture since they can accurately hit targets. It also limits civilian casualties. This is very important since there's mounting pressure to reach a ceasefire. From a purely tactical perspective, Israel will like to keep the offensive going. A low civilian toll will allow it to continue and achieve required military objectives. To put into an overall context, the JDAMs would be a very useful weapon in the hands of the Israeli Air Force. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.